Hey, this is Gary with Optimal Cruising with your cruise news for today. First up, we've got the poop cruise sales again, if you can believe that. We've got a couple arrested for trying to skip out on their bill. We have got a crew member hero credited with saving lives. And finally, we've got 2 cruise influencers banned for 5 years from Carnival. Let's get started. First up, now comment below if you remember the poop cruise from 2013. The Carnival Triumph was stranded in the Gulf of Mexico. For 4 days, passengers stuck on a ship virtually without power. So refrigeration didn't work, the electricity, the air conditioning didn't work, they didn't have proper plumbing and sewage. Raw sewage started to seep into the hallways. Passengers were camped out on every available deck. They set up a tent city in the middle of the ship. Well, this is being redone by Netflix now. June 26th, they're putting on, as part of a series, an episode all about this doomed cruise, and it's definitely going to be worth a watch. If you remember this, it scared a lot of people away from cruising for a long time. But don't let that scare you. Take a look at what really happened and get a behind-the-scenes look on this Netflix documentary. Next up, we have a couple who tried to skip out on a $3,400 bill on their cruise. Can you imagine that? Racking up $3,400 in charges and trying to skip out without paying the bill? Well, listen to this ingenious plan. So they were on a European cruise, going to many ports. They basically had a port every day. So they came up with this idea. They're going to leave the ship before it gets back to the final stop, so they won't have to pay their bill. Well, funny thing is, when you're getting off at a port of call in Ibiza, Spain, which is where they tried this, and carrying all your luggage with you, and this is just a port where the cruise is going to be for maybe 8 hours, it looks a little odd. So some crew members noticed this unusual behavior and reported it to the authorities. The police were notified, and this couple was picked up at the airport trying to skip town, trying to fly out of Spain and go back home without paying their cruise ship bill, trying to skip out on $3,400. Comment below if you think this is something that was ingenious or just plain stupid. In any case, it didn't work out for them. They got arrested for fraud. Next up. Now, last time we brought you a story of 11 crew members being arrested for various nefarious activities in Florida. This time, we have a heroic crew member from Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas, credited with saving injury and possibly lives on that ship last week. What happened is the pool in the solarium area, which is basically covered by a lot of supposedly shatterproof glass panels, one of those panels started to crack up, and a crew member noticed it. Went down to the deck where people had their chairs and their towels laid out and were enjoying the day by the pool, and got everybody cleared out of there just in time, because that glass actually broke, fell down almost 2 stories below. Imagine sitting in a lounge chair underneath that collapse. That would definitely do some damage. Well, this crew member was recognized by the captain, by Royal Caribbean. He really was a hero in saving these passengers, and actually everybody was free of injury. Nobody got even hurt. They just had to clean up the mess and repair the damaged glass panel. Now, for this last story, we have a real sign of the times. We have 2 cruise influencers banned for 5 years. from Carnival Cruise Lines. Now, why would this happen? Well, to begin with, these two influencers work for Sail Away magazine, and they do cruise reviews of all kinds of cruise ships and cruise lines. They publish, they have a blog, they have a podcast, and they basically tell you how it is. Well, I guess Carnival didn't like one of their reviews. They went on one ship that was recently refurbished at a dry dock, and they went on one of the first sailings after that, and they basically panned Carnival for not really cleaning up the ship. They found a lot of dirty areas, some not so sightly scenes that might deter people from going on that ship. I mean, you could say that these influencers were just doing their job. I mean, reporting on the cleanliness of a ship, reporting that a ship maybe isn't up to modern cleanliness standards. If we don't have this reporting, how are we to know? I mean, is it okay for a cruise line to ban somebody for negative reporting? Comment below and let me know what you think. Because if that's where we're going, I mean, why even have media? In fact, why don't they just fix the problem and invite these guys back on to report what a good job they did fixing it? That's my solution. What do you think? Comment below. Now, for the full story on what happens when crew members turn bad, watch this next video right here.